It's Arde Teronen from Temple Balls. I'm the next guest on Tales Behind the Talent. Check it out.
This episode of the Tales Behind the Talent is sponsored by Avain Language Services. If you need proofreading of English texts, translations between Swedish, English and Finnish, or private teaching in Swedish and English, please do not hesitate to contact avainservices@gmail.com. Hello there, dear listener. Welcome to part 2 of the interview with Arde Teronen from Temple Walls. Here is the rest of his story. So, I think it was last week or so that Loudwire made an article about the name of the band.
Yeah.
So you can check that out if you're listening. Not sponsored, but it's easier that way. But we can like address it like in short. So what I read, it was Jimmy, your bass player, who thought about the name in a hammock. Reading.
That's actually the story is super hilarious, but it like I might have added some twists and turns into the story. Yeah, but actually that's almost like 100% truth.
Yeah,
the whole story. Yeah, almost. But yeah, it's really fun, funny thing, and our label guys like that story so much that they send it to Loudwire, and then the press was like, "Oh, this is fucking awesome! Cool. We're gonna release it as an article." That was really amazing.
He was basically reading a book, a biography of Andy McCoy.
Yeah,
and then there was a mention of Temple Balls, which are like some kind of drug.
Yeah, Nepalese hash, and
and he saw the name and it was like, okay, that's the name of my band.
Yeah, of course he was like 14 years old, probably 13, 14, something like that. So he didn't exactly know what temple balls were.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, like it says on the article, and we have discussed in the interviews about our name that we didn't want to change it.
Yeah.
When we were asked if we would like to change the name, we just decided not to change it.
Yeah, I think
because it has like, you know, I'm not sure if it would have been a good idea, since we already had made a name around Finland at least, and we had been doing music for such a long time. So I think that would have been like disaster to
change
to actually
name.
Change the name, because at least it's memorable. Like every band name
very
should
personal.
be. Yeah.
And I think there's been like speculation. I've heard that it would have something to do with Indiana Jones or something, like Temple.
Oh well, that's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
Funny thing, because our members are huge fans of Indiana Jones and all that stuff. So it's kind of funny that people keep on mentioning about it.
And I think that they make the relation with your cover art and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
I think so too. But yeah, you know, we're a fan, big fans of Indiana Jones and all that sort of like historical events and all the like
ancient
architecture
cultures,
and ancient cultures and all that stuff is really fascinating. And also like we have just given the basic idea to the cover art, like to the artist of the cover art, which is, by the way, Jan Yrlund from Dark Grove Design, and it's always like been the first issue where we have had our basic idea of what we want to put on the cover. It's always been the first issue which would end on the album cover. So it's been really great to have such a massive talent to like just he has like a few phrases about the basic idea, and then he just visualizes it perfectly. Just
makes
perfectly.
the idea real.
Yeah,
kind of concrete.
Precisely,
As a segue from the album covers, let's talk about the albums. So the first one was Traded Dreams. So which year was that?
2017.
Yeah. So that was your debut album, and you were already you had already been in the band. Like, did you say that you joined 2014 or?
Yeah.
So
3 years. Yeah.
Around those 3 years, and between that and the publication of the album. So how did it go? Like, when did you start thinking about publishing an album after you joined the band?
Well, I think it was pretty quickly after that. We just wrote a bunch of tunes, and of course we had already had some tunes before, but mainly we had to write. I think we had it was half and a half. Half was like somehow ready, and half was made like during the late 2 years before that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was pretty intensive the whole 3 years. We released a couple of singles, like demo singles, and then we were sending emails to booking agencies and to labels, record labels, and of course our manager was mainly behind that, but also we were involved in it as well. So I think that we weren't quite ready in the first place, but then when we didn't get like any replies in the start, then we just realized that we gotta make better songs and make the old tunes sound a little bit better and all that stuff.
I think there's a pre-album version of 6 Ways to Sunday.
Yeah, it's actually on YouTube as well. Still is there. Yeah.
So you can see the difference, kind of the steps that have been taken forwards after the publication of that. It's a good song as it is, but it's I think as my personal opinion, it's even better on the album, of course.
Yeah, it's of course it's played through different stuff, and also like the producer of the album made a little difference on that as well.
So after that, you had your second album, and you recorded that with Pasi Kauppinen, right? Who is the bass player at Sonata Arctica. And you, as your producer, you had Jonate from what was the band? Heat,
precisely. Yeah.
So how did that process go, and what happened between that and Traded Dreams? You had a little bit more name to yourself, and you had more and more shows, and as with Temple Balls, you've warmed up the stage for quite incredible names. Queen, Deep Purple. So was that happened between Traded Dreams and the second album, or was it even before that?
That was... I cannot even remember if it was before the release of Traded Dreams. I think it was during the same year, perhaps.
Yeah.
Might have actually been the same year, just when we had. Yeah, I think we got a confirmation about that show when we were recording Traded Dreams.
And you recorded it in Thailand?
Yeah, that's true. That was simply a good choice, like marketing wise, and also like the producer Tobias Lindell lived in Thailand.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty close to the studio, so that was like the best solution for us.
Yeah.
And
so you had a kind of a trip to Asia.
Yeah, that was really exotic, and not every band gets to do things like that.
And you made a music video while you were there? Or?
Yeah, we were just filming, like fooling around, just like having fun there, and filmed a couple of takes from the rehearsals of the songs and all that stuff. So we just wanted to make a sort of a bootleg out of those clips, and that's actually nice. It's on Off the Grid.
Yeah. And at some point you returned to Asia in the form of a show or a couple of shows in Japan.
Showcase, yeah, one show in Japan. That was really nice. We had just released our debut album in Japan as well via Ward Records, and we had some interviews there, and then we visited the label's office and signed some cards and met the label guys, and that was pretty intensive as well. Well, the couple days we spent there, and show was a success. That was really super nice. Like we already had built a sort of a big fan base in Japan before the first show. So
and did you know about it?
Yeah, we kind of knew about it, but we didn't know that it was going to be that wild.
I don't know. Was it you who told me, or someone, that you were like surprised when you came down from the hotel rooms and someone was waiting for you in the lobby?
Yeah, they were waiting for us in the lobby, and we actually, I'm not sure how they even knew that we were staying in that hotel. So
some kind of detective work.
Yeah, some kind of Sherlock Holmes.
Didn't you have like a TV show moment also with the legendary Japanese rock journalist? Yeah, we visited Masa Ito's show, and that was all like crazy stuff, and you just simply cannot imagine that to be true. Like maybe you're in all the fuss that's going on, you're in some sort of bubble, like in the first place, but then like after a few days or a few months you just realize that wow, that was like awesome as hell. Like too much to handle, almost like of course, obviously a dream come true to get to play Japan. I when I was a kid and saw like Def Leppard was playing some shows in Japan, I was like, I really want to do what these guys are doing, and then I just suddenly realized that I was on a plane to get to play in Japan. I was like, wow. Yeah, was the song "Big in Japan" playing in your head while you were on the?
Not at that time, but maybe later on, realized that
on the flight home,
yeah.
like jet lagged and tired, and okay.
Yeah, that was actually funny thing once again. When we arrived, we had that TV interview at Masa Ito's show, and I think it was Antti, our drummer, who said that. Yeah, I was probably sleeping with my eyes open during the whole interview. It was just glass, looked like glass eyed and all that stuff. Was just like
trying
standing and staring.
Awake.
Yeah, trying to stay awake.
Yeah.
We didn't get much sleep the couple nights before that, and of course, the flight was pretty long, like 10 hours or so, and I simply just cannot watch the interview myself because I feel like I'm kind of dizzy.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
And getting from that moment, I think that all those things are great for publicity and reaching fans across the globe. But while recording the second album, I think that you really took a really big step forward, even though I really like your first album, but the second album was like awesome. It was great. And the first single was it Kill the Voice? Or
actually,
it
was kind of everyone kind of missed the actual first single, which was Leap of Faith.
Yeah.
We actually didn't have a proper plan of releasing the second album that soon, but then we were just told that we should keep releasing stuff, so we just released Leap of Faith as its like own, and at that point we didn't actually have a producer for the album as well, or either maybe would be the proper word. But anyway, we had recorded Leap of Faith and Badlands before we asked Jonah T of Heat to be the producer of the album, and he said yes, obviously, and then he mixed the album together with Tobias and produced all of the rest of the songs on the album, and that's just strange how like quickly everything happened after all, and was kind of confusing because we didn't have that feeling like in the back of our heads that we should actually keep on doing new music and releasing new music that fast. But then after we got Jonah on board, I think the next album was kind of like easy, if I may say. Like he was with us from the beginning of the demo sessions and all that stuff. So every song on Pyromide, the third album, is like he's been involved with the whole production.
Yeah.
So it's been so much easier to do things like make the song structures sound the perfect, to make the most of the songs, and also the texts, and and the melodies.
Yeah, and I think that the recording of the second album was quite intense in the way that you're in the countryside, just making the album, and that's the point of being there.
Yeah,
there's no like going to the bar or something like that in between. You're just gonna spend time with each other, and I think that you got to know Jonah T that time. So I think that also has affected how much easier it felt.
Yeah. You're 100% right.
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons why it has been so simple to work with him. And he also shares the same kind of humor as we share, and it's just he's like a sixth member for us.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned Pyromide, your third album, and there's the two new singles out from that album. First was Thunder from the North, and with that, you wanted to show people like where you're from.
Yeah,
basically, in the form of a music video.
Right. Yeah, and also the text is like about our fans, about our band and about our fans and like very band related stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff, so to speak. So yeah, Thunder from the North is it's great like opening track for an album because it just thrives through and
I think that it got a really good reception.
Yeah, totally.
Straight
Yeah,
on.
we totally did. There's a couple of reaction videos as well on YouTube and maybe even the second single TOTC, which was released a week ago.
Yeah.
I think that video like had even more great feedback and more views in during this 1 week.
Yeah, and
after the release.
it's really well done and recorded at Basso Klubi and local nightclub, and you really got like everything out of the lights and everything there.
Yeah. The lighting is super nice.
So
like,
what does
super big?
TOTC mean?
Well, it comes from a thrill of the chase.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not the kill, but it's the thrill of the chase. It's
the
the full
chorus.
it's the full phrase. Yeah, it's just basically just means like life's a journey, not a destination. You know, like the meaning is like kind of the same. At least I would like maybe say like that.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing to remember in times like these.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody knows that the pandemic is going on and you can't perform at the moment, and you just have to cope with the situation, and I think that you cope with that well with releasing a new album, that the band activity and everything like that is going forward.
Yeah, it's easy for us now because we have time.
Yeah.
If we had like tons of shows, which we did have like last year and in the early last year and also during the late 2019, I think we wouldn't have been able to record this album and like fully concentrate on what we're doing and all that stuff.
And I think it's good that you've been able to do that.
And
the quality of the tracks, at least what the singles suggest is really good, and I'm really looking forward to the album. And did it already had a release date?
Yeah. April 16th worldwide.
So in a few weeks.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's almost precisely
a month.
A month, yeah.
Yeah.
Must be.
And after releasing that, what's your plan? Of course, there's the pandemic going on, but after that's hopefully past us at some point. So what's the plan?
The plan is to make some new music, obviously, and of course we would love to play shows, but only time will tell if we are really able to do so. And I think that the whole situation with the pandemic is it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
All over the world. So I think that we might miss the shows during the summer, and which we don't have much. But anyway, but I really hope that the tour with Heat and Reach will happen. It should start somewhere around October. I think it was how the latter part of October. But I really hope that will happen. But only time could tell, like I said.
So like I already in the last episode with Julius, I discussed the vaccine situation at the moment, because everyone was kind of hoping that everyone would get vaccinated in Finland before summer, and then there was the lack of vaccines in all Europe and that situation. So everything is changing, and actually we're recording this interview in the day that the whole event industry is having a quiet moment and kind of getting its head up in the media, like saying that hopefully we will be able to continue with the work soon. Like for you it's shows, and for me it's, even though I'm gonna be a teacher, I think that I'm still gonna work at festivals during the summer, because that's something, live music is something that gives energy.
Something that has passion in it, and you're like passionate, really fond of.
Even though as a stagehand you're only a part of it in the background.
Yeah, exactly. But that's an important role. Every bartender or whatsoever, it's like super important. Cleanup crew and like all the technicians, all the hotel staff or whatsoever. Like people like to get an accommodation after the show and all that stuff. It's super like related. Everything is like connected to each other. It's really like it all makes the whole show to happen after all.
And we'll hope that we'll all be able to be a part of that as soon as possible. True. And in the last interview I talked about live streams, and you've done at least one show with 45 special, and is live stream something that if it would be financially and practically possible, would it be something that you would like to do with the new album after releasing?
Well, we might do one at least if this whole situation is too tough for doing a proper live show.
Yeah,
we might end up doing an album release show.
Yeah,
but only that's only like
in the case.
The case. Yeah, that's what we would not like to do, but if we just have to do it, then it's just we just want to push the new album out and get people to hear it and all that stuff. So I think we kind of have to do it if we want to like introduce the album properly to people.
Yeah, to the public.
To our fans and that stuff.
So I think that we are heading towards the end of the podcast, but at this moment, would you like to have? Or actually, before that, let's do a summary about the future of your career with Temple Balls in the near future. So you're gonna have an album out on the 16th of April, and hopefully some shows within the next year. But on top of that, would you have something as a greeting or something for the listeners?
Well, we're gonna drop one more single actually on the album release date, and one lyric video will be released on the same date. So I hope that people will find their way to see the lyric video as well. It's made by Jan Yrlund, who made the cover art, and I really hope that people will pre-save or pre-order our album from Frontier's shop or from recordshopx.com or whatever platform they're using for ordering CDs maybe or streaming. I really hope that people will do that, and if they do, they have my biggest respect ever. You know.
And is there a way to buy your merch at the moment, or?
Well, yeah, there is a site called rockpaidat.com, like rocktshirts.com, but only in Finnish. But yeah, it's they ship actually ship worldwide, but they don't advertise that much.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
so it's
maybe you can include the link somewhere, probably, I don't know, but anyway, if you find your way to the site, make sure you grab everything.
You can message me or Temple Balls on social media if you
we'll most definitely give you some more details about that.
And actually, in short, because I forgot to address that you have a new record company.
Yeah.
So Frontiers Music. And when did you do the deal?
We did the deal. I can't remember. I think it was 1 year ago, approximately. Approximately 1 year ago when we signed the deal, and of course we had like sort of a hunch of that deal way before that, but you know, every like contract related stuff, it just takes time to make into its final form, and like so.
Yeah. Okay, we had a short break there, but let's continue just briefly about Frontiers Music. So, how did it feel like getting the new record deal?
Obviously, it was a nice surprise for us that they contacted us. Actually, Jimmy Westerlund from One Desire was one of the guys who would tip Frontiers about us.
Okay. And
we would like to thank him for making the tip. And it was super nice, you know, like Frontiers had like bands like Def Leppard, Whitesnake, and you know, Jeff Scott Soto and all those heroes for us. So, and also like newer stuff as well, like so it was like we were kind of excited already, even though we hadn't seen the first issue of the contract and all that stuff. We were kind of excited already because we kind of wanted to make it all happen, but of course we wanted to like make sure that we get a proper deal and all that stuff. But you know, it was just fascinating to finally see our name on their site, and to when they released our name and that they're going to release the album and all that stuff. It was like really nice.
That's gonna guarantee that the next album is gonna get the best possible audience.
Totally, definitely, the most definitely. Like there's already quite a bit of fans of for example, for bands like Whitesnake and Def Leppard, but now they get introduced
to the new school of
of hard rock, heavy metal music. So I'm pretty happy that we are with Frontiers Music.
Yeah. Well,
at the moment, at least.
On that note, I would like to thank you very much for coming to my podcast, and
thank you for having me.
For the listeners, follow Temple Balls on social media and pre-save the album. And until next time, cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.